Hey, welcome to Nakama News. I'm your host, Jordan, and this is my co-host, Jamie. We're here bringing you something new today. So, as you know, all of the Straw Hats have something that they want to accomplish before the end of their lives. A dream, you might say. We're going to give you an update on each of those dreams here today, and we hope you stick around for it all. This is Nakama News.
Nakama News, you'll see friendship when you view Nakama News. Well, everyone lends a helping hand or two. I'm glad you could stick around for a minute now. You're always welcome at Nakama News.
All right, so yeah, we're doing the Dream Update, the official Straw Hat Crew Dream Update, right, Goldie?
Oh yeah, we wanted to do this. This is going to be fun. It's been so long since we've heard most of the Straw Hats talk about their dreams, and that was such a big thing for the first like half of One Piece. So it's kind of fun. It's
Yeah,
kind of fun to check in once in a while, see where everybody's at.
it is. Yeah, especially I don't think we're gonna be hitting too many spoilers, but we both are caught up in the manga, so there's a chance that we may let some stuff slip. But as we approach this final saga of One Piece, I think
It's
it's good to kind of calibrate and say, where are these Straw Hats? What are they doing? Why are some of them not doing a single thing in their dream? And kind of go from there.
losers. Yeah, let's see. Let's see who the dream chasers are here.
Yeah, so we decided there's only been, to my knowledge, possibly one character who's actually completed a dream in One Piece, and it's kind of sad. So, spoiler alert to people who haven't made it to at least Marineford. If you haven't, you probably shouldn't be watching this video. But Ace's dream, Porcus D. Ace's dream, was to be a well-known pirate, and also to prove that his life had meaning. And in his dying breaths, his final thoughts were, his life did in fact have meaning. So we will be rating things on a scale of 1 to 5 aces. 5 aces being, you're doing a hell of a job. You're going to complete that dream.
Rest in peace, brother.
Yeah, 1 ace is what are you doing? Why are you going that direction? All right, let's hit it. I'm going to start first, Goldie. You good with that?
I'm okay with that. What you got for us?
All right, let's start with one of the most vague dreams in One Piece. We have Jinbei, our most recent Straw Hat, whose dream, and I might be wrong because I'm not sure he's ever outright said it to the crew, but his dream seems to be to promote fishman equality, to have equal standing between fishmen and humans. And he sort of inherited this will from Fisher Tiger, his former captain, and possibly from Oto Hime, who tragically died trying to further her goal of fishman equality with humans and getting them to the surface as well. He loses points just because we're not even quite sure his dream. Also, his dream involves changing the mindsets of literally millions of people. He also loses some points because, to my knowledge, other than just existing, he has not done anything to really promote fishman equality. He's currently just kind of hanging out and trying to get Luffy to Pirate King status. So, but we do believe by the end of the series, Fishman Island, where most fishermen live, will be relocated to the surface via the giant ship, the Noah. So there is a chance, but because of all the aforementioned things, Jinbei gets 1 ace on the official Ace Dream score.
That's really bad. That's
I know,
good and all.
it's a very idealistic thing. I'm pro his dream. I hope he figures it out. He just has not done a thing yet for
Yeah,
it.
he even came in with the Noah theory to try to help him out, and he still only gets 1 ace.
Maybe we bump it to 1.5 aces. I'm not sure. It's
Without the
not.
Noah saving his butt there, I think he gets less than that.
It's not great. It's not great.
Poor Jinbei. Well, I don't know. I mean, I can't disagree with anything you said. It's like he came on. We love to have him, but he's been one of the least dream chasey straw hats that we have. I don't know. Let's keep going. Next on the list, we have Brooke. So Brooke's dream is to be reunited with Laboon. He's probably has the most straightforward dream of all the Straw Hats. He can just go to Laboon and dream accomplished. But he was, I mean, he was when he joined, he was even halfway there already. So he's got that going for him.
Yeah.
He might be reunited pretty soon. Like they're coming close to the red line again. We don't know. The problem is that they can't get over it to the other side to actually see Laboon. Laboon's trying to actively break the red line right now. So if by some miracle he actually accomplishes that, that becomes way easier. But because Brooke is actively traveling in the opposite direction of Laboon, give him -5 aces.
Wow, -5. So not even one.
We, I broke the scale already, but he's breaking his own dream. So what can I say?
It is funny because both you and I looked at the map of the Grand Line and Reverse Mountain, and we were like, "Wait, Laboon is here, and there's a path, but then there's absolutely no way to get from like Lodestar to Laboon without going." Yep. So unless they absolutely demolish the red line, that portion at the red line at the end of the New World, he has been doing nothing but going away from his dream for the last 2 years.
He'd have to go all the way back, and then yeah, you'd have to go all the way back through the Grand Line, which I don't even know if is possible. How do you even navigate? Oh my gosh, he'd have to
He,
fly. He'd have to fly,
yeah,
man. He's just
-5 aces. It's harsh, but
-5 aces unless he learns how to fly.
yeah. Unless Laboon learns how to fly, flying whale.
Yeah, or Brooke somehow.
Frankie's dream is to create a ship to circumnavigate the world. Sort of implied that he wants to, like his predecessor Tom, who was his mentor, who he inherited the dream from, Tom built the ship, the Oro Jackson, for Goldie Roger, which famously was the first ship to sail the Grand Line and make it to Laugh-Tale. He wants that to be done for Luffy as well. So really cool dream. He has the Thousand Sunny. It's a great ship. You got the wood from the Atom Tree. It's a really well built ship, and I feel the manga and anime have done a good job of showing upgrades to the ship. Every arc that we get, really cool Frankie upgrades. He does lose some points though with the vagueness of his dream. Like, does he need to travel everywhere across the globe? Is he just getting to the end of the Grand Line? Because technically, that ship has not even sailed the beginning part of the Grand Line. So because of that, I give Frankie 3.5 aces.
Hey, Frankie.
3.5.
That's a big jump. That's way better than the other two so far.
Yeah, well, as we will find out in this, there are some that will obviously be done probably at the end of One Piece, and some that we're not sure when they'll ever get done. Frankie seems like a very obtainable one, especially if we consider it's just getting to Laugh-Tale.
I like the likelihood of Frankie's being accomplished, even if it's hard to say what the details are. It's just one of those dreams where it's like close enough.
Yeah. He's gonna. I believe in Frankie. I believe in Frankie. All right.
Him and his nipple lights. Onto Chopper. All right. We got Chopper coming up next. Chopper's obviously the doctor of the crew. His dream is to cure every disease in the world, or at least
Wow.
that's how we know it. His dream might be the hardest to achieve in the crew. After all, there can be nearly an infinite number of diseases in the world. And without a miracle cure, we might be impossible to achieve his dream at all. But he has at least cured some diseases. He just cured Queen's artificial frozen zombie disease. He's studied under medicine for the 2-year time skip. He's made some progress, but it's really hard to see him achieving that dream realistically unless some big advancements or some kind of miracle cure is made, which is why we have to give Chopper 1.5 aces.
Wow. I'm impressed you gave him that 0.5. I would have given him 1.
I think that Jinbei might be a little further away from swaying every human on the planet to Fishman. But
that's a good point. Yeah.
luck to you, Chopper. You're gonna need.
You're gonna need lots of luck and lots of antibiotics. And yeah. Okay. All right. Let's hit Robin, huh? Let's
Robin. All right.
go. Robin. So Robin's dream is to discover the true history of the world, specifically the Void Century, what happened. She inherited this dream from her home island, O'Hara, where a bunch of archaeologists lived and studied poneglyphs and learned how to read poneglyphs and all that. So her dream heavily depends on finding poneglyphs, where there's a bunch of them, and she has found quite a bit actually, and there's been quite a bit shown in the manga and anime of poneglyphs. Um, but her dream isn't necessarily to find Laugh-Tale, but it has been said that Laugh-Tale does contain the true history of the world. On that, we find that from Odin in his journal. So, as long as they make it to Laugh-Tale, it's presumed that Robin would complete her dream. The only kind of downsides I can think to Robin is she loses a little bit of cred because she used to be kind of the only one that could read poneglyphs. Now we got Kazuki Sakayaki, whatever his name is. He can read, and then we also got the three-eyed people who can awaken their third eye and read the poneglyphs as well. So not that she should necessarily lose points for that. It just makes her a little less special. But despite that, she still gets one of the highest scores. She gets 4.5 aces.
Oh, way to go, Robin. You know, she deserves that. She deserves that. She's lived a rough life. She's gotten her home island blown up. I still want to know what she learned from Dragon during that 2 years time skip.
Yeah.
And she's definitely accomplished the most like concrete steps towards her goal. And I can even see it being like one of the next ones that become real, because we got to find out that history eventually, right?
Yeah. So hers is definitely one that will be done kind of at the same time as a couple others, I believe. But I agree. I do think it's interesting. She spent 2 years with Luffy's dad, which is more than he spent with his own dad.
Way more.
She also knows Sabo exists, and I'd like to think Luffy's name came up in those 2 years, so she knew they were brothers. And she never told Luffy any of this that we know. Yeah, she didn't even tell him your brother is alive. I met him. I'm tempted to take half an ace away from Robin just for being kind of a bad friend. All right, 4 aces, Robin. Boom. Yeah, tell Luffy the stuff. Jeez. Yeah.
All right, Robin. Moving on to Sanji.
Sanji.
So Sanji's dream is to find the All Blue. We all know that the All Blue is the sea where that contains fish from all 4 seas: the North Blue, South Blue, West Blue, and the East Blue. Sanji believes that he can find the All Blue on his journey with Luffy. However, he has not made any progress towards this dream at all that we know of. There has been no indication that we have found any seas that contain any combination of fish from the other seas.
Do I sense a butt coming?
There is a but coming, but there is a theory. There is a theory we know called the artificial red line theory. This theory involves the idea that the red line was created artificially to split up and create the seas. And originally, in the history of One Piece, when the red line did not exist, there was no separation of seas, and the sea was just called the All Blue. So if the red line was destroyed, we could find the All Blue. However, that's just a theory. That doesn't exist. So Sanji receives 2 aces. But he does have a secondary dream.
Oh!
He had a dream to find and meet the mermaid princess. And Sanji has accomplished this dream. And for that, Sanji gets 5 aces.
5 aces! That was one of the funniest scenes where Chopper reacting to him, and he's like, no, your dream's all blue, and then Sanji just accepts the fact that he will die.
I've accomplished my dream. I can die happy now.
Yeah, Chopper's trying to talk him down. He's like, Sanji's like, is the mermaid princess right behind me? And Chopper's like, I'm not gonna lie, she is, but don't look, you're gonna die. And he's like, it's my dream, I have to look. And then he almost dies. So, yeah, good times.
Literally turns into a plot point and he has to get taken to the hospital. God, only in One Piece.
We have Nami next.
Yes, sir.
Nami. So Nami's dream is to draw a map of the entire world. As far as I'm aware, she did not necessarily inherit this dream from anybody that we know of. Her dream just kind of stems from her innate talents of maps and navigation and her own interest in it from a young age. She was a prized possession, and I say possession because she kind of was, of the Arlong pirates because of her maps drawing skills, which were heavily focused during Nami's arc early on in the East Blue Saga. The only issue with Nami really is that she has not been shown to draw any maps really since then. I don't think there has been very many canon instances where she actually points out that she is working on her maps. Also, she loses points because she wants to draw a map of the entire world, which, newsflash, Goldie, the world is very large. Yeah.
Indeed, it is.
Very large, lots of places to go. So, if her dream was specifically the Grand Line, possibly obtainable by end of series, but instead she may be somebody who is sailing the seas for the rest of her life, possibly with other members of the crew like Luffy or Usopp, who have more vague dreams. But because of this overall vagueness of her dream, I give her 1.5 aces, which is again very low.
Hey, on the level of Chopper. Oh, poor Nami.
Yeah. Well, I mean, unless she gets access to like Google Maps, this ain't looking good.
She's she's gonna have to start flying the world. That's for sure. If she wants, if she wants to do this anytime soon.
Is that your answer to everything? Is just have them fly?
Yeah, she spent 2 years on a flying island.
That's true. I did almost make a note about her time, the time skip studying under Weatheria. But again, that was all about like climate and navigation, and zero about cartography. So, if
Come
anything,
on,
she's
Oda, what you
losing
doing?
a half an ace if we keep talking about this. So, I don't want to steal it from her. So, we'll keep it at 1.5.
Hopefully, they use a map in the near future, and then we can come back to this.
Exactly. We'll update it. I'll give her half an ace if they pop a map out in Egghead.
That just sounds wrong. All right, moving on to Usopp.
Yep. Sick.
Usopp's dream is to become a great warrior of the sea. His dream might be the most subjective dream of all of the Straw Hats, and whether, depending on how you look at it, that may make his dream the easiest thing to accomplish or the hardest thing to accomplish. Because
Yeah. Who's
we have
decided?
no idea how to do it.
Yeah.
His dream became a little more concrete when they went to Little Garden because he pronounced that Dory and Bragi, the giants, were great warriors of the sea. Therefore, he wants to be like Dory and Bragi, whatever that means. Um, you can say he's at least become stronger over the time, and he is, or the Straw Hats are approaching Elbaf. We may get a reunion between the original Dream Proclamation and Usopp's models. I think that Usopp may actually be the first Straw Hat to accomplish his dream. And just because if they reach Elbaf, he could be pronounced a great warrior of the sea by these giants. Therefore, I give Usopp 4.5 aces.
Wow. Wow. What a score for, oh my goodness. You had me on the seat of my pants. No clue which direction you're going with that. Um, but yeah, I think Usopp's an interesting character, right? Because it comes down to what is bravery. I've heard bravery is best kind of described as someone who is terrified but still jumps into action is the most brave thing you could do. And I have seen nothing but terrified Usopp for about 1,100 chapters. So
Usopp has never known to not be afraid of. He's afraid of everything. Therefore,
my,
he always must be brave.
my worry for Usopp is his is so dramatic that I worry he has to do something such as give up his life.
Oh gosh, now you're just getting serious.
I'm sorry.
He'll definitely get 5 aces if he dies for his dream. there's no,
Yeah.
no chance about it.
He's
But
still probably the most likely. So yeah.
what about
Okay.
Brook? Already dead. All right, moving on.
All right. Let's go Zoro. Zoro time. All right. Zoro's dream. One of the most well-known dreams is to become the world's greatest swordsman. Okay. He inherited this dream slash created this dream with his childhood friend Kuina, who was an amazing swordswoman, but not great with stairs. Okay. Um, down D stairs, undefeated. So since starting out, his dream has been pretty straightforward, especially since East Blue, where it is to defeat Mihawk, the current world's greatest swordsman. The only way that that becomes more complicated is if we find out that Mihawk really isn't the world's greatest swordsman. We have had new characters introduced that look like they wield swords, so there's a chance. But seems to be working out pretty well that there will be a clash between Zoro and Mihawk at some point, where we presume that Zoro will win. He has not technically lost a sword fight since pre-time skip era, though he has not really fought many true swordsmen in the post time skip New World. So, because of this, one other thing, I do think he needs to get a black blade before he can call himself the world's greatest swordsman. And he has not done that. While he has had some power ups that look pretty cool, he has not created a black blade yet. And because of that, I cannot give him 5 full aces. But because his dream is very obtainable and Zoro is a badass, I will give him 4.5.
Dang, all these 4.5s. We're gonna have to have a competition between the 4.5s.
It is funny because it seems like half the crew has like really obtainable, obvious like dreams, and then the other half the crew has really vague kind of impossible dreams. So who knows?
Speaking of both vague and specific dreams, we have a leader of this crew who may have both of those things. Moving on to Luffy.
Yeah.
His dream is to be king of the pirates? Question mark?
Yeah, question mark? Yeah, what? Yeah.
So Luffy has been saying since the very beginning of One Piece that he wants to be king of the pirates. It's always been the goal that he has happily pronounced to everyone, and then everyone has always dismissed or laughed at him for it until he became close to his goal. But we have seen in recent flashbacks that he has a different dream from as childhood. The dream has been blocked out in all panels and in anime, and in a similar way that Goldie Rogers' dream has been blocked out in panels in the manga and anime. So whatever their dreams are, we assume they are similar, if not the same. But it is not King of the Pirates. We just think that Luffy wants to be King of the Pirates in order to achieve whatever his real dream is. What is that real dream? I have no idea. And without knowing, I can't give Luffy a good score. Luffy gets 1 ace.
Oh wow! Are they gonna give him like a 2.5? Just like maybe not. I'm not sure. I
Well,
think
if his dream is going to the moon, we're screwed.
you would.
Unless Henry comes back.
I think he has to get at least like a main character kind of extra 2 aces, because it's gonna happen.
Oh yeah, we know it's gonna happen. That's true. Okay, okay.
Maybe
I
give
will
him.
bump Luffy up to 3 aces
Wow.
just because as King of the Pirates, that dream is within reach. We just don't know what his real dream is.
To me, it's weird. Just to go on a small little rant about Luffy's dream. It's weird that they keep hiding it from us. I'm not sure what Why can't you just tell us? Like, is it something tied to the Void Century or some big reveal? So it's weird that it's been hidden so much. We do know it's the exact same dream that Roger had. We've gotten some reactions from the Straw Hats. They were mixed. Some people were like, "That's so you." Some were laughing at him. Some were very serious and worried. So Oda really has not helped us at all. Somehow Caribou overheard the stream, I'm sure, in the barrel on the ship. So it is weird, but there are some common kind of theories out there. Worlds like a world party, going to the moon or going to space. Yeah, it really could be basically anything at this point. We have no clue, but it has to be something that like a 7-year-old Luffy would think of.
Yeah, it's so interesting that there's so many specific details about this that we know, and yet we still have no clue what this could be because one, like you said, it has to be something a child would think of. I guess it's One Piece Luffy, so who knows what that means? But still, he's a child. That's a thing. His when he told people, he got every reaction in the book, from scared to shocked to happy to laughing to almost upset to like so it could be anything if like what would you be afraid of, and like my favorite question is why did Oda tell us that there was a secret dream in the first place?
Yeah,
Because he
yeah.
didn't even have to do that. That could just be something that we learned later on in the story. But he brought it up now. I would guess that's just because all the Straw Hats need to know in order to be on the same page.
Yeah, I think he was maybe kind of getting all the Straw Hats up to the same points. Maybe that was him saying the crew's finalized. Now everyone kind of knows Luffy's dream, and they'll be able to react when he actually does it. So potentially, I do know that kind of a hot take or maybe an unpopular opinion. I will be kind of disappointed if it's something like World Party. I think that's kind of a I don't know. It would be very much One Piece, but I hope that it's something more that's like the most popular thing that people think of, and I would hope that it would be something maybe a little more clever.
I mean, I
So
could see it being something that a 7-year-old would think of, but what do you think of Luffy when he was fighting Kaido towards the end? And he said that he wanted to create a world where all of his friends could eat as much as they want.
yeah, no, yeah, that was an interesting time to be reading weekly because a lot of people were like, "Was this the reveal? Like, did we just find out?" But then, like 5, 10 chapters later, that's when Luffy reveals the dream to his crewmates, and again they block it out. So I feel like if that was his true dream, was to give everyone food, all of his friends food, it would have been a bigger reveal, and we also would have had his dream blocked out again. So
But does that not the fact like doesn't give everyone food kind of sound like World Party? I mean, does that
kind of,
not
yeah,
kind of
you're feeding them
contradict
at
the
a base.
World Party
Yeah.
theory?
No, that's a good thought. So yeah, maybe it's too similar that it almost makes it less likely it's a world party. So I'm still hoping for space peace, Goldie.
uh I don't even know what I think 7-year-old Luffy would want. I mean, I would guess
Meat.
something like food, but or like world peace or something weird like that. But
Yeah. Yeah, he idolized Shanks at that point, and he wanted meat. I think it's whatever Shanks is doing or meat. I don't know.
oh gosh, that's gonna be fun when that comes out. Well, thank you everyone for coming and seeing the One Piece updates. Jamie,
Yeah.
do you have anything else to say before we end this?
No, I give us 5 aces for execution.
5 aces. That's 10 aces, but 5 aces. All right, guys. Thanks for joining in. This has been Nakama News. You guys have a great day.